You're not invisible because people don't see you. You're invisible because you're showing up as invisible. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. And in today's video, I want to tell you the truth about why you're not receiving princess treatment from life. There are signals that you're sending out, whether consciously or unconsciously, that communicate a lack of confidence in yourself and that block your allure and magnetism as a woman. So let's go through a common list of reasons why you might be blocking yourself from receiving princess treatment. Let me pull up my notes. Okay, number one, poor posture. Slouching or closed off body language can unintentionally signal insecurity or a lack of self-worth, making it harder for others to treat you with admiration and respect. So this has been studied, this has been well researched. We've already gone through the fact that 53% of your communication, 53% of what people are receiving from you, what you're receiving from me right now, is my body language. 53% of it. Only 7% are the actual words that I'm choosing to speak. So if I was closed off, if I was, sinking back, and you caught a glimpse of this video, you saw a thumbnail and I was closed off, you would not, in your subconscious, in that 0.1 second, it can take as little as 0.1 seconds to make this snap judgment, you would not see me as confident, and you might get the impression that I have a lack of self-worth. That's really important. So for those of you ladies who've been watching for a long time and you know that you need to work on your posture, you actually have already worked through some of those insecurities and feelings of low self-worth, and you're at a better place now, but people continue to kind of assume and read it in a different way. And you've been saying over and over again, I want to work on my posture. I want to work on my posture. It's just too hard. I just don't feel like it. I want to relax. That's fine, but just know that you are sending that signal out, and it could be one of the reasons why you're not getting the kind of response from people that you desire, both personally and in your work life. Okay, let's go to number two. Overgiving without boundaries. Always putting others first and not valuing her own time and energy can lead to feeling overlooked and unappreciated. 100%. I used to do this. Many of my clients used to do this. We think that when we give more to others, they're going to appreciate us more. But oftentimes, we get the opposite result. So it's wise to have strong boundaries and to value your time. If you don't value your time, you cannot expect other people to do the same. So what does this look like? Maybe you're leading a meeting or you're teaching a class and people are consistently showing up late, like 15, 20 minutes. They're canceling on you at the last minute. The person that you're dating and trying to be romantically involved with is not really making plans with you in advance, calling you up at the last minute, and you're saying yes and jumping to go do whatever they need. You're saying yes to everything, you're volunteering yourself, and then you're wondering why people don't respect your time and your boundaries. Why? Because you don't. So it's time to become more of a gatekeeper. Okay, more of a gatekeeper if you want to experience princess treatment. You need firm boundaries. People like firm boundaries. They respect firm boundaries. Number three, this is a big one. Lack of confidence in appearance. Neglecting personal grooming style or self-expression may make you feel invisible and less magnetic to positive attention. So this is one that comes up a lot. This is very common. You could think of this as I've let myself go. So this is what I'm talking about when I say you're hiding in black, maybe even bordering on sloppy, and just not taking care of yourself. So if you're going out of the house, even just to run errands, and you don't feel good about yourself, that energy is going to be communicated to other people. So let's look at an example. Let's say I go leave the house to pick up some food. In the first scenario, I leave the house looking like maybe I'm wearing my pajamas, maybe I'm wearing a workout set. You know, it's just really, really casual. It's different shades of black, nothing's ironed, and my hair's in a messy bun, and I'm just throwing on a coat and I'm going to get my food, right? Does this automatically mean that I don't care about myself, that I don't love myself, that I don't see myself as worthy? No, not necessarily. The relationship that you have with yourself is inside, but it could communicate those things. That's the important part. It could communicate those things. And in fact, sometimes that's what it is. When my clients actually, when we get to that conversation, that's what it is. It's just we're neglecting our appearance. Maybe we've been really busy taking care of our kids. We've been really over functioning at work because we haven't had proper boundaries. And we're still healing some insecurities that we grew up with around our appearance and whether or not we're allowed to be feminine and pretty, which, by the way, you are allowed to be feminine and pretty. But in any case, you go pick up your food and they're a little late making it. Instead of walking up to the counter, looking and feeling confident, you just say, okay, and you go sit down. Now let's think of the second scenario. So you're going to pick up your food. You're already dressed for the day. You're wearing a color that complements your skin tone, highlights your eyes, and you feel good in it. You feel good in what you're wearing. You feel put together. You feel beautiful. You feel feminine. You throw on your jacket that looks great. You go to pick up your food. As you're walking in, somebody compliments you on your outfit, and you already have a smile on your face when you walk up to the counter. You're standing tall. You can be seen because you're dressed for yourself to be seen first, but also putting yourself together for the world. You walk up to the counter with a smile. They let you know the food is running a little late. You say, no problem, and you go and have a seat. When you come back up to get your order, the person is smiling back at you and says, thank you so much for your patience. We added some chips and guacamole for you on the house. You are so grateful, and it only makes sense because this happens to you all the time. You're always showing up with this energy that's positive and bright, and you're reciprocating with other people, and therefore you're able to receive more because you're making those connections. So confidence in your appearance is really important. Okay, let's go to number 4. Over-focusing on masculine energy. Being overly task-oriented, competitive, or resistant to receiving help can repel the nurturing, supportive energy you desire. I see this all the time. Once again, this is something I used to do as well. And I posted some really good examples of this on my Instagram and my TikTok lately. I was recording a little bit from the latest season of Queer Eye on Netflix. And there's one particular episode with Nicole that I want you to pay attention to. Nicole was very resistant to receiving help. So when you are in the boss babe role, but you're also in your masculine energy, this looks like you doing everything. And even when people try to offer to help, you say, oh, no, it's gonna take too long to explain. I'll just do it myself. You are overly focused on your tasks. Your day-to-day schedule is packed with no breaks in between. There's no rest. There's no time for collaboration. And it is just go, 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 do. Also by yourself. Living in this type of energy leaves very little room for anyone to come in your life and start giving to you, whether it's giving you their time, their attention, their energy, their appreciation, gifts, whatever it is, especially in a romantic sense. So maybe it's time we learn to balance that out and embrace a little bit more of the feminine. Okay, let's go to the last reason for today. Negative self-talk. Believing you're not enough or undeserving can lead to self-sabotaging behaviors, which creates a cycle of disappointment. If there's one thing that I love to teach my clients, it is the power of self-validating and self-affirming language. One of the reasons why you feel stuck where you are is because you continue to say that you feel stuck. You're continuing to talk about all the reasons why you feel stuck. And you think you're being vulnerable and expressing how you feel, but you're really focusing on the negative, especially about yourself. And all that's going to do is make you feel worse and undermine you in front of other people. A very low level example of this is somebody compliments you on your red dress, and instead of saying, "Thank you for noticing, yes, I love this dress, I feel so good in it," you say, "Oh, it was secondhand, I got it at Goodwill, it was only $5, it has a hole in the bottom, I don't even think it fits right." You are undermining yourself all the time in front of other people in the name of being transparent. Obviously, you're going to feel less and less confident over time when it is your own voice that you're hearing describing that you can't do something, that you failed at something, that you feel badly about yourself, that you feel insecure, that you're stuck, whatever it is. So you have to learn how to change your language. Let me go ahead and add number 6 because this one's really important. Rushed or stiff movements. Rushed or stiff movements. When you are rushed in your movements, you are conveying a sense of anxiety and uncertainty, a lack of security in yourself. They have researched this. When you are calm, composed, slow, and graceful with your movements, you are sending the signal that you have a lot of poise, that you have a lot of security, you have a lot of control, and that you're more confident in yourself. So now that we've gotten to the truth about why you're not receiving princess treatment from life, and the truth is you're not receiving it because you're not showing up in that energy. It's an energy. Yes, you are worthy. That's not the point. You are worthy on the inside, but you have to show up in the energy that matches in order to receive that out in the real world. When you walk into a restaurant, of course you are worthy of being treated with respect and dignity and receiving good customer service, no matter what you look like, but if you're walking in empowered and radiant from within because of that relationship that you've cultivated with yourself and that attention that you've put into your appearance, you are going to get a different response. Why? Because you feel good. You are feeling magnetic from within. I've talked to enough women to know that feeling like they're slouching, shrinking, hiding in their clothes, neglecting themselves is not making them excited to get dressed up and go outside. Not because they won't look good when they do it, but because they don't feel good. So instead of hiding, shrinking, slouching, whatever it is in 2025, I want you to imagine this. You're able to walk into any room and feel confident. You feel like people are drawn to you. You are walking with such grace and poise that people stop to compliment you. Now you're feeling seen for all the right reasons, and you just have this aura about you. You have this aura about you that you saw in other women and admired, and now you have it. Why? Because it's intentional. It's something that you can learn, and it's something that you can cultivate from within. These are not things that are taught in school, but they're very, very important. So if you feel like you've lost your spark and you can relate to a lot of those reasons that I described earlier, I want you to consider joining the Goddess Blueprint. I would love to help you embody that magnetic and radiant feminine energy in 2025. All right, that's it for today's video. Thank you again for watching. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and I will see you in the next one.